Hello, and welcome back to Praying with Broken Hearts, Spirituality for Difficult Times. I'm Father Joseph. This is session 3, Praying Our Grief. Grief is perhaps the most universal human experience. When we're children, we grieve the loss of pets or friends. We get older and we grieve the loss of friends and relatives. As we get even older, we grieve the loss of our parents. And most tragically is when we grieve the loss of our children. Grief cuts deep into us. We find that one day we can no longer say, "I love you," and hear the words back. Or perhaps we find ourselves wishing things had been different. We wish that perhaps they'd been different. Perhaps we wish that we'd been different. And now, with death, it is too late. Grief is hard. Grief takes so much out of us, doesn't it? We wish that we could say that we love them, but we can say we love them in prayer maybe, but it's different when we wish we could hear it in person, or that we wish that we could share those memories all over again. What was it like for you grieving as a child? What was your first experience of grief? And grieving for children is different than grieving for adults. What's it like now, as you're older? Grieving also entails so many questions in our own hearts. All the wouldas, the couldas, the shouldas. What are ones that are weighing on you? One of the most beautiful passages of Scripture comes in the Gospel of John, when Jesus goes to the tomb of Lazarus and is accompanied by Lazarus' sisters, Martha and Mary. Martha and Mary are grieving the loss of their brother, and Jesus shows up. And in the midst of it, he cries, his own heart broken. Scripture doesn't tell us exactly what's going on in Jesus' heart. It gives Jesus a little more privacy in his inner life, you'd say. His heart breaking over Martha and Mary's grief, his own grief, because he loved Lazarus. And Jesus wept. Jesus wept. Jesus, God made human, Jesus who knows that there is a power that triumphs over death, that Jesus who knows that he will triumph over death, that God has power over death itself, even Jesus cries. That right there is a message we all need to hear. So often we hear words that try to downplay our grief, or that, well, if only we had better faith, that our beloved was in a better place, then we wouldn't cry. But the truth is, our hearts are broken and we wish that they were here with us now. We wish that our loved one was here with us now, in the flesh and in the blood, touch and hold, or perhaps have that long overdue conversation with. So crying and grieving are, in fact, part of being Christian, part of being human. And when we cry, when we grieve, Jesus grieves with us. Jesus cries at the tomb with us. His own heart breaking because he loves us and he loves the one who has gone on before. He loves us who live, and he loves those who die. in your own experience of grief, where do you see Jesus? Invite him close. Invite him to cry with you, to let his tears flow with you. Thank you for taking this time to be vulnerable about grief. We continue on our journey with the next session. See you soon.